friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sanchi and today I want to take you on a journey with me to an awesome place called Bearizona, a place where you get to connect with nature and wildlife. I'm so excited to share this adventure with you, but before we get started, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Anyways, let's get started. When you enter, there's a parking lot and bathrooms to the left. However, we decided to head straight into the drive-thru safari. This drive-thru is a one-way loop that takes you through several animal zones and natural habitats. The first animals we saw were reindeers. There were a whole bunch of them calmly grazing in the snow between pine trees. Their light-colored fur helps them blend in with the snowy forest, and they grow big antlers in the winter. It was a magical way to start our safari. The next sign said we were going to see mule deer. Mule deer are super easy to recognize because of their big mule-like ears and black-tipped tails. However, they're easy to confuse with reindeers as well. We saw two mule deer just hanging out on the side of the road and another two just casually walking around. I thought it was super cool how close they were to our car. Right after that, we entered the area for burros, also known as wild donkeys. However, we couldn't see that many and this section ended pretty fast. We entered the tundra wolf habitat. I was definitely not expecting to see these animals on our trip. Tundra wolves are a bit bigger and stockier than regular wolves, and they have thick fur built for cold, open landscapes. We saw a family of them right beside the road. Next came the Arctic wolves. These wolves are lighter in color, some almost completely white. Their thick white fur and bright eyes made them look like something straight out of a fantasy movie. Both the Arctic and tundra wolves were so close to the road. At one point, they were merely inches away from our car. It was crazy. After that came the bison, and wow, they were huge. We saw some regular bison with shaggy brown fur and big humps on their shoulders just sitting around. But then we spotted a white bison. These white bison stood out from the rest and looked almost magical. They were all relaxing in the warmth of the sun and lazing around. But I didn't quite realize how huge bison actually are. They're said to be as big as a car. In fact, I only realized their size until I saw one standing a few feet away from us. A thing to note is to make sure you close the car window shut before even entering the drive-thru safari, especially near animals like wolves, bison, and bears, because even though this is a tourist attraction, after all, we're invading these animals' natural habitats, so be careful. And speaking of dangerous animals, we just spotted our first bear. This was the moment I was waiting for almost all day. I mean, come on, who wouldn't? This place is called Bearizona for a reason. I can't describe to you the feeling of excitement I had when I saw these bears, especially because it's not that often you come across one. I can see now why people say this place is a must visit. We took a lot of pictures, but sadly this was the last animal zone of the drive-thru. However, there is more to see when you come to Bearizona, so hold tight because our adventure isn't over quite yet. As I had previously mentioned, our adventure at Bearizona isn't quite over yet because there's also a walk-through area which provides a more traditional zoo experience with various exhibits and a greater variety of animal encounters. That's exactly where we're going to next. So we parked our car, had our lunch, and headed into the walk-through zoo. Near the entrance, there's a cafe to the right and another stall for coffee and other snacks in front of it as well. What's even more interesting though is that to the left of the entrance there's a gift shop, but it's more than just a typical souvenir stand. In fact, other than just the classic magnets, mugs, etc., there's also handcrafted items such as jewelry, decor, and other items influenced by native tribes. It's a really cool shop that we didn't have time to visit, but if you do come here, it's definitely a place worth checking out. This was the cafe I was talking about, and right in front of it was a huge map of the zoo and all the animals you were going to see. So we took a picture of that and started walking. That concludes our trip to Bearizona. I hope you enjoyed this adventure just as much as I did. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Don't forget to hit the bell to get notified of more videos just like this one. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!